Do you also look at your to-do list every day? Do you get nervous about managing your time? Your creativity has been lost while doing this, so wait before watching this video. Don't look at the clock, because this story is not about time but about the mind. Hello friends. Welcome to Bookpedia, where we finding hidden gems in books and let them be the light in your life. Today we are going to talk about a book that will change the way you think. Maybe the name of the book is Mind Management, not time management, and it's not a productivity book, it's a mindset. This book is a revolution, and it teaches us that the path to success is through the ticking of the clock. No, it passes through the direction of our thinking. When you are not able to utilize your creativity at the right time, but used in the right mental state, when we do this, real productivity is born. This video takes and will take you to on a journey where you'll learn how to improve by managing your mind. You can do more in less time. You can do impactful work even without. If you are not tired, then stay connected, because at the end, you will get insights that will help you take both life and career to a new level. Can go. Chapter 1. Your mind is yours. The most valuable resource is time management. A word we've all heard somewhere. I have adopted it, and sometimes I fail. This is also considered the reason for it being. Think about it. Is lack of time really our biggest problem? Is it a big problem, or is there something else about our dreams and our productivity? This story stands silently like a wall in the middle. Starts from there. Such a person. Task list for those who wake up on time every morning makes him race the clock and the day. By the end of the day, I feel tired, empty, and feels incomplete. He feels he has time was managed well, but still, why his most important work remained unfinished? Because he managed the time. But don't look at your mind, look at the human mind. It's a wonderful thing, but it happens with the hands of the clock. It doesn't run from, it's not linear, it never doesn't even work like an Excel sheet. A storm of ideas, sometimes in the morning. It can come at sometimes, and sometimes in the night. Inspiration suddenly strikes while sitting in a cafe. Sometimes we meet while bathing, and this is it. Unpredictability is our biggest challenge. There is power if we understand it, but what? We don't understand that we use our brain as a machine. Let's assume a machine that works from 9 to pressing the button between 5 will give the output, but actually our brain is like a jungle. Some paths are clear in this, but many. There are also such ideas which are like dense trees. Beaches are hidden, and to find them, we don't need a specific time, we need a specific atmosphere. Mental state. Now think about what a writer is. Can only write from 2. What is a scientist's discovery? Can't do a schedule, because creativity and deep thinking can happen without a watch. The problem is not in saying productivity just means more work. I understand doing it, but the truth is that the most valuable work is the one done the least. Time to come out of the deepest thought, and that thought comes when your mind is free. When you manage your mind, not your calendar. When you wake up in the morning, you have limited energy, is a limited creative force. Now the question is, can you email that power? Spend scrolling or something like that? Giving birth to the idea that will change your life. It can change. Many people say that I don't have time, but the truth is that they don't have the mental clarity, because when your mind is tired, even though why don't you have the whole day to do something? Can't create any breakthrough. Will happen, therefore no motivation will be generated. The real asset is your mind, the mind that is calm. If it is there, then it can do wonders, but get distracted. I remain busy the whole day. Understanding this without doing anything impactful. It is important that we all have 24 hours a day. But the only difference is that someone should give him the highest priority in his mind. Uses for quality thinking. And someone tells him about broken meetings, and the notification bears witness to the day I caught hold of this truth. That day your life became that day will bring a new turn, and you will be not happen but will be purposeful, and this is. Now imagine the magic of mind management. If you want to be your most creative self every day, can spend an hour in the most focused mindset. Do the thing that can really change your life. It's so will you be the same person you were yesterday? It's not your focus, your energy, your thinking, it's together the three can create what? One can never follow a timetable. Then next times when you plan your day, don't just think about what I have to do. Think about when my mind is at its best. Awareness is calm and creative, because this is where real productivity begins. Story Chapter 2. Work the way your mind works. Chapter 2. Work the way your mind works. Works at him coffee. A light scent spreads in the room. The task list is open right in front of you. clear and precise, but the mind is somewhere else. There is something else you need to write, but your thoughts are scattered. It's and you want to meditate, but a strange restlessness is surrounding you. I wonder why I am not able to do my work. So the answer is because you are in your mind, working with him, not against him. Look, our mind is not a machine that as soon as you turn it on and it starts giving output, it will feel like a river flowing, changes direction, stops, and sometimes storms also bring, and there are many ways to swim in this river. You need to understand the rhythm of it. But the sad thing is that we have found ourselves in am tied to a rigid structure. 11 do this to yen that. We have to act completely mechanically, like we are not humans. Someone may be an assembly line worker but with a mind. Creativity is beyond this timetable. Sometimes it happens when you're taking a shower, a wonderful idea comes to your mind while you are asleep. Just before the brain flashes in such a way that you get surprised. Then the question arises, if the mind is so unpredictable, so how can we deal with it? How to get work done? The answer is when your mind works the way it should. Do the same thing as it was. Think about it. Have you ever done it? Have you ever noticed that sometimes go like this? When you work continuously without stopping and getting tired, and there are times when sitting for even 10 minutes seems like these are the natural rhythms of your brain, and once you recognize them, you can start working. Do not force it, bring it into the flow. Suppose you are a writer. If in the morning, at PM your thoughts are deep, then at that time why are you checking email? Why not that time working on a novel that's been around? Why don't you keep it real? Productivity comes then is when you put your energy and attention in the right direction. Allocate to the right job at the right time. But to do all this, first you have to connect with yourself. You have to understand that the natural answer to how your mind works. What is the pattern? When he imagines, when he organizes, when he wants to relax, and when you know this, molding the work to that pattern looks like it doesn't mean that this is what it means to not give up discipline, that you can use a flexible rather than a rigid scissor. Maintain focus, you keep structure, but there should also be space in it so that the mind can concentrate on it. Now you can let your creativity flow without feeling suffocated. Imagine if you start your day with that. Do the important work that keeps your mind focused. If you can do it with clarity, then that 1 hour, you can achieve what you have set out to do and planned for the day. The problem would have come then is when we push ourselves into guilt. I am not able to complete the work on time, and I am not able to focus. I'm lazy. But the truth is this: you're probably doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. Maybe your mind was not ready at that time, and when you force yourself without understanding yourself. So gradually motivation, passion, and when all three of these creativity starts going away, the next time you sit down to work, just do this. Don't think about what you have to do first. Think about it. Am I in the right mind for this? You are ready, because when you are in your mind, you can get into the flow only if you follow a pattern. And an hour done in flow sometimes more powerful than 5 hours of hard work. It happens that today's time is no longer that era where productivity comes from just time blocking. Today is the era of awareness. Your sensitivity and understanding the rhythm of the mind is the real clock. Understand, listen to, and then work with. Read Chapter 3, Manage Your Mental Energy. Chapter 3, Manage Your Mental Energy. Have you ever wondered why in some days we can work for hours without getting tired, and a small task becomes like a mountain in 28 days? It seems like, according to the clock hands. So both days were of 24 hours. Then the difference, where was the difference in mental energy and time? Everybody has equal rights, but mental energy, it keeps changing every day, and from here begins with a truth that is ours. The root of productivity is our mind work. It does that when it has the energy. Just imagine a scene: you wake up in the morning and use your mobile. Wake up and first check my notifications. WhatsApp messages, Instagram Reels, some emails, then played YouTube for a while. Then suddenly I remember that today was important work. Now you sit in front of your laptop. The Word document is open, but mind, he is already tired, only halfway. Only an hour has passed, but the mental energy, a large portion has already been spent, and we think, I lack focus, maybe I I am not disciplined, but the truth is that we weaken your mind at the beginning of the day. Made it now. Imagine if we think of mental energy as a battery. The battery is full, but pay attention as we make decisions. We divide and get into distractions. The battery starts draining, and if the battery runs out, no matter how much it's time, we can't create anything meaningful. PM, even if you have 10 hours free, why should it be time if your mind is tired than you? Just sitting idle in front of the screen. Confused and angry with myself, here it comes. Question is, how do we channelize this mental energy? Manage. The story changes from the people. People who do great things in a short time, the time it takes to create great things. They don't manage, they manage energy. He knows his mind is at its best in the morning when he is fresh. He does the deepest work at that time. We do things like writing, thinking of a new idea, planning. He knows how to make decisions. Also has a price. That's why he wakes up in the morning. He doesn't get entangled in 20 choices. We wear what is fixed and eat what is routine, so that their brain is saved for bigger things. And most importantly, stay away from distraction. Protect yourself, because every time let's check some notifications or reel, scroll to your mental energy, a small hole is created, and slowly, that hole gets so big that your whole body can fit inside your body. Energy gets wasted there. Imagine if your brain has 50 units of energy throughout the day, and you spend 50 units on reels. Twist useless thoughts into 10 more decisions. At what will be left for creative work? 0, and then you curse yourself. Why I'm not productive, when the real deal is, this is your most valuable possession. Mental energy was wasted just like that. Now the question is not whether you have to work harder, that's the question. Your energy needs to be. You realize that every job is the same, doesn't happen, and is equally productive all the time. Then you can start your day with energy. Start designing according to the time. You know what things are going on in my mind. What tasks do you need to drain him? And you can adjust your schedule accordingly. Let's set it according to this. This is the real thing. Smartness is the mindset shift that every day of your life can change if you spent the first 2 hours of every day on the freshest mental energy is at its most important. If you put in the work, in the next few months you will be. What can we achieve with this book? The project which is incomplete for years. The idea remained a business that was just a thought. Everything is turning around and it can come true. But his only condition is that you should understanding mental energy ahead of time, and you have to manage it, because everybody has time, but what can be done in that time? It's the energy that makes the real difference. Next time you say, I don't have time, so stop for a moment and ask me if I have. Mental energy is there, because that is where your real productivity begins. Chapter: The Idea System. Chapter 4: The Idea System. AM. It was dark outside and everywhere. It was quiet, but there was a small window in one room. A man sitting under a light with his notebook. And he was using a pen, and his face was calm. But there was a different sparkle in the eyes, as if just got my hands on a map to an invisible treasure. We thought we had an idea what that treasure was. Ideas often seem to come out of nowhere. It was like a flash of lightning and a spark in my brain. It's over, but the truth is that the idea is not magic that makes one like this come.